Okay, so we are live, and I would like to welcome our first attendees. Welcome to our webinar, again from the series of the subject webinars. And today we have a very interesting topic. Obviously, it's studying mechanical engineering and digitalization in Germany. And my name is Georgi. As always, I am the one who is the least interesting person for you during these webinars. I will be mostly behind the scenes, but always here to assist you, dear attendees. So, as you can see, during these types of webinars, as it usually happens, I'm not alone. So we have several guests from German universities who will introduce to you their own study programs, unique study programs, and that it's an amazing opportunity for you to ask your questions directly to the representatives of the universities and the programs and get the best possible answers. That's why how you can do that. So you can see the Q&A button in the bottom part of your Zoom interface. It is already open. It will be open until the very end of the webinar, and you can send in your questions using this button. And then after all presentations are done, we will have a live Q&A session where your questions will be addressed by one of our guests. Also keep an eye on the chat because they will be sending some interesting information for you. So long story short, let me start with my short presentation before we move to our guests. And let me quickly introduce once again the agenda for today. So 3 German universities. We will start with Ravensburg-Weingarten University of Applied Sciences, and we have Professor Dr. Ralf Stetter, who will introduce program in bachelor level program in mechanical engineering, international project engineering. And then we will move to private University of Applied Sciences, Göttingen. We have 2 guests, so it's Jackie and Elisa, who will talk about MSc level program in digitalization and automation. Then they will close with Hochschule Esslingen or Esslingen University of Applied Sciences. We have Ute Brinkmann, and she will talk about also master's level program in design and development for mechanical and automotive engineering. So before we move to this part, let me tell you quickly who is behind today's webinar for those who do not know. So we are my German university, and we are Germany's largest database when it comes to English taught study programs. When you visit our webpage, which stands at mygermanuniversity.com, you will be able to find over 2,600 degree programs, mostly taught in English. And so it's not only bachelor level, but also master's level programs. And you can also find some short courses and language courses as well. So our main goal is to assist international students who would like to study in Germany. And we do this through 3 key ways. One of them is through our study finder. You can see a small version of study finder now in front of your screens. But when you go to our webpage, you'll be able to see the full version of our study finder with all of its filters, which will make your search for the right program much more time efficient and effective. So we have lots of filters there, like finding programs according to your IELTS score, according to your TOEFL score, according to whether the program is using UniAssist or not to process the applications, and so on and so forth. The second way of helping you is through writing of articles. We have over 150 comprehensive articles on various topics regarding studying in Germany, of course. So if you're interested in, for example, online studies, in rankings, in scholarships, in letter of motivation writing, CV writing, visa issues like blocked account, and so on and so forth, all this information is provided for you, of course, for free. And I strongly suggest you to take a look whenever you have time. And last but not least, the third way of assisting you on your way towards studying in Germany is through our webinars, like the one that you're attending right now. We have around 150 webinars per year on different topics, of course. We have some general webinars like studying in Germany, or UniAssist webinar, scholarships webinar, visa webinar, or the subject webinars on different subjects. For example, studying mechanical engineering, studying digitalization in Germany, studying MBA in Germany, business, philosophy, politics, and so on and so forth. All of the webinars that are already planned, you can find them on our webpage in the webinar section, and you can sign up for this webinar for free and attend them, of course, for free. And my suggestion for you would be also to open an account on our webpage. By doing that, you will be able to unlock all of the options that our website is able to offer you. And of course, opening and maintaining the account is also for free for you guys. Regarding our team, it's quite international. We are based in Hamburg, in northern Germany, but we are all over Germany and also all over the world. And that's why we are counseling also in different languages. So for those who are also interested in German taught study programs, I would like to suggest you to check out as well Hochschulkompass. there you might find some interesting options for you. But for those who are more into English taught study programs, then My German University and its Study Finder should definitely be your stop. We have there plenty of programs related to the disciplines of mechanical engineering and digitalization. And you can see that it's both on bachelor level and master's level, and absolute majority of them is in English only, meaning that you do not need any knowledge of German to get into these programs, and in many cases also to complete them, which is amazing opportunity for those who are not that good yet with German. Whenever you are in Germany, of course, you will get better for sure. And then for the newcomers, or for those who do not know what to expect when it comes to, let's say, studying mechanical engineering or digitalization in Germany, we also have specific subject pages where we provide some kind of generic information of what does it mean to study these subjects in Germany, what are the rankings of universities that are offering these subjects, or tuition fees, tuition fee ranges, or application admission requirements. So all this kind of generic information is provided for you, and then it will help you to have a bigger picture and first step towards understanding of what does it mean to study this or that discipline in Germany. I think it's a very important and also helpful first step. Regarding our tip to you, of course, yes, finding the right university and right study program is crucial, and of course it shouldn't be disregarded as an unimportant step. It's one of the most important steps, actually. That's why you should not be guided only by single aspects like fees only, or rankings, or city names only. Yeah, of course, that might be important, and they are important in many cases, but only that you have to combine them all together and add extra aspects based on your individual background and interests, and only then you'll be able to find the right university and right program for your based on your interests. Yeah, also what I would like to tell you is that in Germany there are two key types of universities. One is called Universität type of university, or in English it's just called university, or also University of Applied Sciences, it's called in English, but in German it can have some naming variations in namings. And the key difference between them, so that for you to know, is that in focus. So when it comes to Universität type of universities, the focus generally lies more on research and theory. And in general, when it comes to University of Applied Sciences, the focus goes more onto application and practice. In case you're interested in more differences, even historical ones, please drop me an email. And last but not least, when I mentioned the aspects that you have to take into account while choosing the right program in university. And also another suggestion would be that when you're searching for the program on our study finder, don't be too strict with wordings, be a little bit flexible. So in addition to playing with filters, also play a little bit with words while you're searching on a study finder. And then by doing that, you'll be able to increase your chances of making a right choice, because by that you'll be able to make an informed decision. You'll be aware of almost all, if not all, the opportunities that Germany is able to offer you, and then it means that making a right choice, the chances of making the right choice will be drastically increased. All right, that was all from my side. And now we are moving from the north of Germany to the very south of Germany, to Ravensburg-Weingarten University of Applied Sciences. Professor Dr. Ralf Stetten will talk now about, as I said, bachelor level program in mechanical engineering, international project engineering, international variant. Let me stop my screen share and invite Professor to take the floor.
Okay, so thank you very much. I will take a second to take over. And I think now my screen should be visible.
Yes, it is.
Okay, very good. And so welcome to everyone, and thank you very much for this introduction. I think it's very helpful because we have this very specific type, the University of Applied Sciences, and I would like to explain this a bit if I go on then to what's our university, Ravensburg-Weingarten, and then what's the specific program. But I would start with my person because I'm a typical teaching professor at the University of Applied Science. So here are some contact detail. My teaching area is design and development in automotive technology, and there are several subjects which I teach. That's rather typical for a University of Applied Science. So you see one face of one professor more often. And for my personal profile, I'm on the one hand a professor with design, development, and automotive technology. I have some current research topics where we work also on the doctoral level. I'm working on autonomous vehicles, digital product development, and fault-tolerant design. But at the same time, I'm also project leader in a Steinbeis Transfer Center. And there I work with car industry and mainly the topics car seating. So I'm in between. I'm still a consultant in industry, but also a teaching professor, which has the advantage for you that you get information which are really new and not something which is maybe some 10 or 20 years old. So about our university, 𝘱𝘥𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘯𝘨 University, we are in the very south of Germany. We are not in the middle of Germany, but our slogan is rooted in the region and open to the world. And you can see we are in the heart of Europe, in the south of Germany, close to Austria, close to Switzerland, and in a very nice location. But I will talk about this a bit later. How large are we? We are not very large. We have 3,700 students. We have rather diverse study programs, 31 in engineering, information technology, business, social work, and healthcare. So there is a rather wide scope, and it feels also similar to scientific universities. And what you also see, there are 100 professors which teach this topics, so a rather large number for a rather small number of students. We are expanding our offers for international students. We have several English taught study programs. We have electrical engineering and information technology. We have electromobility and green energy. We have what I'm going to talk about is mechanical engineering, international project engineering. We have physical engineering, and there are also master programs in the field of electrical engineering and mechatronics. There are also other options for exchange students. We have some English taught lectures, we have projects, we have a lot of language courses. I will come back to this later. And for us, very important is intercultural communication. So another kind of slogan, what makes this type of university very interesting is we are small, smart, and safe. So we have one campus, there are short distances, you can be on foot between all our buildings. You have a good support ratio. We have one professor for each 37 students, so you can be in close contact with me and with my colleagues. We have a close cross-faculty cooperation, so it's not that all the faculties are individual kingdoms. We talk intensively, and you have that quiet, friendly, and safe environment where you can concentrate on your studies and where you are free from other hassles like you could have it in some larger city. And as I indicated by my own introduction, we have a very hands-on approach in teaching. There you see one colleague of mine, Professor Kaufmann. He was working at Continental, was developing turbochargers there. He has his own work experience in his field of expertise. He is explaining something on our very well-equipped laboratories. And we also have lecturers from industry because we have a very close industrial cooperation. And you see here in the middle, you see our university with the logo, 𝘱𝘥𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘯𝘨 University, and a lot of companies around us. And this is the advantage, the close cooperation with companies like Mercedes-Benz, like Bosch, like Porsche, Audi, Siemens, BMW, Airbus, Hilti. So all this are within a distance of 2 hours by car or train. They can easily be reached, and most of our students do bachelor thesis there, do master thesis there, do a practical compulsory semester there. So this close cooperation is very good working. A bit about the town where you would be living. The town where directly the university located is Weingarten. It's a university town with only 25,000 people, but 2 universities. There's also a pedagogical university, so 7,000 students. It's a student town, and we have some very important living traditions where you can see some pictures here. We have the biggest Baroque church north of the Alps. We have the largest horse procession worldwide, this is so-called Blutred. And also we have something which is called Fasnet. It's some carnival. You see this in a bit later. because there is a city directly connected. It's Ravensburg. It's the city of games and towers, and you may know the blue triangle Ravensburger. So games for the whole world are produced there, and it's a city also of tower of gates. It's a bit larger, 50,000 people. It's the economic hub of Upper Swabia. There's a very nice medieval town center and a rich cultural program. So here you can see some further impressions of the region. You can see on the upper left the Fasnet. You can see the Lake Constance, which is very close. You can see the Alps, which are also a short travel by car, and you can be easily in Switzerland and Austria explore the Alps. And you can see also our Baroque church, and with a view to the city of Ravensburg and the Alps behind. So that's what would expect you here. So that's about the university: smart, safe, small. And what's the specific program? So here today in this webinar, we talk about mechanical engineering and digitalization, and that's exactly it's what it is. So it's the course basis is mechanical engineering, production technology, but there is a special focus on Industry 4.0, or now Industry X, and project management. So you will get a broad knowledge of mechanical engineering, but also specialized knowledge concerning manufacturing, assembly process, as well as automation technology, which is the core of digitalization in production. So by automation technology, you can make things more efficient, and you can have higher quality products with less cost. So the emphasis of the study program is also a basic business knowledge, so international oriented language skills and intercultural skill. So we would like to have someone coming from our program directly able to take responsibility in internationally operating companies. So what we have here in the specific program, we have an interesting topic, and it's a frequently demanded job description, because we worked with a lot of companies to develop this job description. Companies in Germany, but also German companies, for example, working in Asia, they said, what will we need in the future? And what we will need is factory planning and automation in an international context, mechanical engineering background, but also digitalization experience. You can see here how the program will look like. The program for the first 4 years, all courses are taught in English. And from the first semester on, you will be able to participate in German courses. And these German courses, they take place each semester, but they will lead in the fourth semester to a level B2, German as foreign language. And with this, you'll be able to have a compulsory practical training also in a German company, because there are still some parts in production where German is a necessary prerequisite. And then also in the sixth year, which is also, or the sixth semester, sorry, the end of the third year, there will be some courses which are taught in German language, but until then, you should be able to participate in these lectures, and also be ready for working in Germany, for having a good job in a Germany company, either directly in Germany, but also worldwide. So mechanical engineering, international project engineering at a glance. You have a period of study of 7 semesters, and there's a compulsory internship included. It's a full-time study. The final degree is a Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, which is accredited, system accredited. The admission requirement is a higher education entrance qualification, maybe for a prep course, Studienkolleg, and English certificate, but no German. So initially, no German knowledge is required. You will obtain this during the first 2 years of your study. And starting and closing dates, so 5th of January is the end of the admission possibilities to enter this program. So why RW? Why our university, 𝘱𝘢𝘕𝘕𝘕𝘕𝘕𝑔𝑐𝑠 University? Well, you have a combination of many aspects. You get a quality education, you get a bachelor in mechanical engineering from a German university. With this, you have good job opportunities. You have a very nice region. You have nice people. You have this strong student communities and a culture which eases you the first stages, especially of your studies, and make it easy and enjoyable to start your study. So thank you for your time and interest, and also for the possibility that I could present my university, myself, and this interesting study program to you. You will now see another 2 interesting presentations, and then we get a chance for questions, and I'm looking forward to this. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Professor, for a very informative and compact presentation. Everything is clear. And with that, let us move now to our next speakers, to our next presenters. We are moving now to Private University of Applied Sciences, Göttingen. And let me now hand it over to our guests, and they will talk about now Master of Science level program in Digitalization and Automation. Elisa, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Actually, I have to correct something. We are located in Göttingen, that is correct. But as you will see later in the presentation, we are actually the campus for the technology programs is really close to Hamburg. So we're doing quite a big step now, going from the south of Germany to the very north. But let me just share the screen, then I can definitely show you. First of all, this is going to be a little agenda. Just I want to talk about, introduce PFH to you guys. The courses at 𝘗𝘪𝘵 campus, where the campus that we have in the north of Germany, which is our technology campus. You will also see why it's technology campus. I have another slide for that. I do talk a little bit not only about digitalization and automation, but also about some other programs which you cannot divide from each other necessarily. So that's why I'm going to have a little bit more information about that. I'm of course also going to show you the campus that we have up in the north, and then meet the team. Going to introduce the team that, if you apply at PFH, will take care of you. About PFH, we're also University of Applied Sciences. So as was mentioned before, we have a close contact to the industry. Our professors as well have close contact to the industry. They are working for the university as professors, but they often also have still companies or jobs in other industries. PFH was actually founded in 1995. We are one of Lower Saxony, so one state in Germany, oldest University of Applied Sciences, and in 2020 there was a small change. We became part of Galileo Global Education Group. Now we have 2 other network partners. Galileo Global Education Group also has partners, is also partner with ACAD University and Macromedia University of Applied Sciences. So there's a lot of possibility for networking. And when it comes to University of Applied Sciences, industries, corporations, companies are a very big part of our of your student experience as well. We have these board of trustees. For example, you can see Airbus there, Continental, which was mentioned before, Ottobock as like a healthcare partner, and next to the board of trustees, we also have over 500 other partnerships with companies in the industry, in different industries. Then when you study with PFH, there are definitely steps that we promise you or that you can expect when studying with us. For example, fully accredited and state recognized programs, which means after you graduate our master programs, you are also either you can start in the labor market, or you can forward your academic career and actually do a PhD. That is possible. Our small classes are definitely a plus for every student. You have close contact to the professors. We have an open door policy. So whenever there's problems, whenever you have a question, the professors are definitely there to support you. Also, of course, all our other colleagues at PFH are also happy to help you. Our career service will most likely be very helpful for you when finding internships, which you always can do after, like in every semester, there is possibility to do internships. Also, of course, later finding suitable jobs for you and doing the whole process while studying. There's CV check. You can go to application trainings. They're just happy to help you out, and they also have all information about possible scholarships for you. When you study with us, all our students have a high employability. So we do believe that our programs can actually prepare you really well for joining the German labor market later on. As was mentioned also before, German is still a big part, which is no problem at all. Our German courses at PFH are free of charge, so you can just join them, and while you study your master degree, you can just also improve your German. One thing that makes PFH quite special is that we have a center of entrepreneurship. So if you have an idea for your own startup, for your own company, we have specific professors. We have a whole center where you can go with your idea. They listen to it. They take the time, write a concept with you. They also, guide you through all the things that you need to prepare when want to start a startup. And for that, it's definitely quite good that we actually are ranking quite well in this case, in this regarding entrepreneurship. So that's one important part that might also be interesting for some students. Then you can see here our campuses, and that is basically what I was talking about before. We have, of course, our campus in Göttingen, which is mostly for the management programs which we offer. The one that is really important today is the one in 𝘱𝘠, really close to Hamburg, which I'm also going to show you later. These are all our technology programs we offer. They're all Master of Science programs, so digitalization, automation, industrial engineering, new mobility, micromobility, and lightweight engineering and composites. And then I'm already at the courses. As I said before, it's difficult to actually divide these 3 courses. They started last year in October for the first time, so they're quite new. All these courses have the first 2 semesters together. So when you start these courses, the first 2 semesters you have with all of the students from the other 2 courses in the same lectures. Only the 3rd semester would then divide. This is like the specific semester where you actually really go into the detail of each course. Digitalization is part of everything, so that's why I have all of them here, because it's really difficult to choose which one to take. Digitalization is a big part in PFH courses, so that's why I'm introducing all of them. The entry requirements are for master courses just general bachelor degree. For these programs, you need one in engineering or really closely related subject. Language requirements are as well, of course, German is not necessary since it's an English taught program, but English is definitely necessary. If you studied your bachelor's degree in English, that's no problem at all. We can also take medium of instruction, but if you don't, then an English certificate is definitely necessary. And IELTS, as you see, it's an advanced B2 level that's required. The fees for these study programs are 5,400 euros per semester, and we take like enrollment and examination fee, which is just a one-time fee. Then I'm just going to go really quickly over each program. They start in April and October. All of these 3 programs, they take 4 semesters. So the first 2 is just the basics. And then you have the 3rd semester, which is special. And then the last semester where you write your master thesis. The focuses are always a little bit different. Advanced mathematics is usually together. And then you have, for example, sustainable structural design. And the job opportunities that you have later, or like areas where you can work, also slightly change. Production management, sales engineering, for example. Most important is most likely the digitalization automation program at the moment. So you see again, the focus is on advanced mathematics, but also applied robotics, digital signal processing, and the areas where later a job would be possible are slightly different: factory planning, strategic planning, production management. So all kinds of different possibilities. New mobility is still a little bit different. There is some innovation and sustainability that's quite modern. It basically is about like all kind of mobility, e-mobility. And then there are like test engineers that you can be, or production management. Like I said, these are like things, the specific topics do come in the 3rd semester. And a quick glance, this is our oldest engineering program, lightweight engineering. This is only available in October. The language requirements are the same, but you need to have 1 year of professional experience to study this study program. It's slightly more expensive, but it's also a triple award program. So you don't only study lightweight engineering, but you also receive a German certificate and a management certificate afterwards. And which is very important for all of our study programs. We do not have an application deadline, so you can just apply. We have flexible start options, so if you apply and you realize with the visa delay might be a little bit difficult, there are options that you start flexible and then you just get into the campus whenever you come. There is a possibility, and the deadline, we don't have really one. Usually we recommend students to apply at least 3 semesters before, 3 months before the semester start, but just be open, apply, and we will usually find a solution. Just let us know which intake you're interested in. And then this is the campus. As a student, you do have like discounts on like in the dining hall, in different sports clubs, for regional trains, for example, other transportations. You will study in quite a small town, 45,000 inhabitants. It's really old, really cute, you could say. It's has a really nice and old city center with like little cafes and bars. Hamburg is really just a short train ride away. It's maximum an hour that you actually take into the Hamburg city center. So also a good possibility later for like internships, for example, if you tend to actually go into like bigger cities, which is not even necessary actually, because Stade has a huge industry opportunity for you there. As you can see on the left side, you can see PFH quite in the middle of the picture. And then you see all the industries around. We have Airbus, we have different kind of composite institutions. Fraunhofer Institute is there as well. So a lot of possibilities for you to network, to do internships, to write your master thesis with these companies. Often master thesis, maybe continue with a job offer or something. So whatever you can do to, do a job profile or introduce yourself to the companies, this can help you later on in the labor market. So basically, you do not even need to go into the big city, you have all the things that you actually need over there with a lot of possibilities. Here you can just see some pictures, some impressions of our student life. For example, we often have study groups that do projects, or sometimes even they won a prize with specific projects, do internships, and also hands-on experience, as you can see in the picture on the left. Yeah, then I'm already at the end. Meet the team. So this is our international hub. We are the international counseling team. So whenever you have questions about study programs, or also if you're already in the application process, you need help with the application process, we're there, we help, we're happy to help also. And my colleague Jackie Alvarez is also here today. And yeah, you can see our email, WhatsApp number. So whenever you need more information, you're welcome to contact us. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much, Elisa, for the very nice and also compact and informative presentation. And yeah, I would also like to invite Jackie and you to address some of the questions already, if you would like to, in the Q&A, because there are plenty of them. And Jackie, thanks already for taking care of them. Okay, with that being said, let me now move to our last speaker for today, and then we will open the floor for the live Q&A session. So we are moving now to Esslingen University of Applied Sciences, and we're again in the south of Germany. And we have Ute Brinkmann, and she will introduce also master's level program, but in design and development for mechanical and automotive engineering.
Concentrate on Master of Engineering in DDM. As you see, we are also in the middle of Germany in the south, but also surrounded by many interesting and well-known companies. Mercedes is just 10 minutes by S-Bahn around the corner, and Bosch also in Stuttgart, and Esslingen is like 15 minutes far from Stuttgart. So this all these companies which you see here are quite easy to reach. Yeah. The DDM, design and development, we have two parts, automotive and mechanical engineering. Also for both subjects and applications from students with a background in automotive and background in mechanical engineering, you can apply for the design and development program. You can work later for OEMs and their suppliers in process engineering, simulation and production technology, consulting and development. Here you see the overview about this 3 semester. At University of Applied Science, you have 3 semester master and 7 semester bachelor, so that there are 5 years altogether later on. In the first semester, you have numerical methods, design development, dynamics, as you see, and integrity of structures, advanced materials engineering, vibrations and acoustic. In the second semester, you have the continuation of design development 1 and 2, so the 2, then vibration and acoustic 2, and you have a project work in small groups, like 3 or 4 students in one group, work on different topics. We have usually like 6 to 8 topics which students can choose, and and advanced materials technology. We have now in our program, which started in September, 28 students. Like we have 25 places, but we started with 28 students from 16 countries. And so it's a lot of intercultural communications. Yeah, you can learn a lot of languages also if you like. In the third semester, we have the master thesis in soft skills. There you also learn how to present a topic, how to present yourself, and how to apply also for a master thesis. There will be a seminar, how to apply, how to do it, because some countries they're not used to like to write cover letters and something like that, and they have to learn, or they give some hints how to do it. What we require is a bachelor degree, as I said in the beginning, either in automotive or in mechanical engineering. Then as the program is in English, of course, we need also English English language test in either TOEFL test or IELTS test. As you see, we require like 71 points in internet-based test in TOEFL or 6 points in IELTS. If you study in English, of course, you don't need to do a test. It's obsolete. You don't have to do it. We have study fees of 1,500 euro per semester, but only for those who are non-European. Also, European students don't have to pay the study fees. There's only an enrollment fee of 160 euro for each student. Additional to the study fees, if you are from countries, from non-European countries. And we have a housing guarantee for students. We have 4 different dormitories. Students can select and choose which dormitory they want to live in. It's around 300 euro a month. And we have application deadline end of March, starting in November of each year to apply for the study program. This is also MBA program. The start is in September, 1st of September. We start with a German intensive course, like 7 hours a day. It's paid by us for the students, on behalf of the students, because they're interested, I guess, to learn German. As at the second semester, end of the second semester, we require the level A2 in German, because in the third semester, you will start with the master thesis in industry, and usually interviews are already given in German. So they want to have at least basic knowledge in German in order to work there. So that's what they require. So our requirement is you can start like with A1 coming here in September, and then you can make up to the A2 level at the end of the second semester. And first and second semester you have lectures at the university, and third semester master thesis, which mainly is done in the industry. But it can be also done in a lab if students prefer that. Our student life, you can see here the pictures. We have a really nice Christmas market and also a medieval market, because it's a medieval city, and this is quite special. This is offered again since last year, and you can also could take part in Formula students. You see the one of our Boliden. They're quite good in their race, in the competition in Germany and in Europe. Usually get one of the first places. There is quite interesting, And then we have also 𝘗𝘢𝑠, which means we have if you want to start a company, you have ideas, you want to have any ideas for do your own thing to develop a plan and a project, you can could do so and could get some support in our university. We have student service. You get support from us in personal matters, and also like finding also the right dormitory or the excursions to places in Germany around Esslingen and Stuttgart, to Lake Constance and Tübingen, Ludwigsburg, also many nice places, which is also offered in September. And then end of September, like this year, lectures are starting. And you get also direct supervision from advisors in all academic matters. And we have also a career center in case you're looking for a part-time job or later for a job. They could help you and give you some hints and concerning companies and so on. And as we are the University of Applied Science, we have a lot of our professors. They have each professor has 5 years experiences in industry. And as we are here in the Center of Automotive and Mechanical Engineering Companies, you find a lot of professors who have connections to Bosch or to Porsche or to Mercedes-Benz or all these companies around. Genau. The career prospect, how to find a job, or what time you may be able to find a job after examination is like 1 year latest. Most of the students, 88%, have a job. Some like nearly half after 1 month, or 3 months, 60% after a half year. The university is quite well known in this area, and so many students have good chances to get a good job. So maybe we see you next time. This is the old city hall. We have 3 city halls. This is the oldest one, and we celebrate in one of the rooms in the first floor each year. And so it's one of our groups of our graduation students. So maybe next time you will be there among those. Our address is email address MING Master of Engineering at hs-essling.de. Genau, for the MBA, but MBA at. But maybe you concentrate on the technical applications, as this was the topic today.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Brinkmann, for your presentation. And with that, I would say, let us now jump into the Q&A. There are some questions I would like to address, and thank you everyone who already took their time and addressed many questions. You made my life, of course, easier with that. And let me start with you, Ms. Brinkmann, as there is a question for Esslingen.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, will it be a problem if I apply with a 180 ECTS bachelor?
Depending on which country where the person is coming. Also, if it's European country, then this student would have to make up 30 credits more, because the prerequisites are 210 credits. But some countries, also I don't know them, I think there are many countries also now listening. Some it depends on the duration of the studies. If like one studied 4 years or 5 years or 6 years, then it's not the credits is different. Yeah,
okay.
Genau. I don't know from which country this person.
Would be to follow up with you to provide more detail. Yeah, okay,
like that. Genau.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Let me now move to Professor Stetter. Also, you addressed all of the questions you had, but still, I would like to maybe let us tackle this question, because it pops up very frequently when it comes to bachelor's programs. So the question was, it seems that I need to do a bachelor, a Studienkolleg. So do you have the Studienkolleg, your own, or what would suggest where we could do one?
Okay, I mean, in most cases, if you have a qualification for entry at a university, you don't need this, but it has to be checked. And checking is done usually by the Studienkolleg in Konstanz. So this is the closest to ours. We don't have one ourselves. The usual way is you send your documents to the Studienkolleg in Konstanz, and they say, well, your entrance qualification is equivalent, and you can directly start the bachelor program. Okay. However, in some cases, for example, if it's only 11 years of school, or if it's a certain kind of school, then it's necessary to do the Studienkolleg, and then for example, will be in Konstanz, and they offer this.
Okay, clear. Thank you very much, Professor.
You're welcome.
Let me now move to PFH, and there was a very interesting point regarding the class size. So the question was, is it really that if it's even 5 people, we'll still be able to have the class will be still opened? So yeah, the answer was yes. Jackie said yes, it is really like that. And could you please elaborate, for example, did you have already this kind of case that even for this the classes can get so much individual?
Yes, this is correct. We had, I mean, we don't have a minimum. We can even start. It depends, of course, especially in the first, like Elisa said, the first semesters are all together with the other ones. So the first semester, of course, you're not going to have 1 or 2. You get, of course, if you go moving forward to the last semester, then it's going to be more specifically. But again, if we have 5 students for all of them, if that's the case, then we're gonna still do it. It should not be a problem.
Perfect. Good to know. Thank you. And regarding that also question, what are the usual class sizes then you would say, for example, in RVU or in Esslingen? Let's start with Professor.
For this class, we will usually have 15. So the special program is rather small. Some classes are together with other programs. So the largest lecture room that one might experience is like 40 or so. But the general number is rather small, and the things which are specific for this program are just 15 people.
Clear. Thank you, Professor. And Ms. Brinkman, what would you say? You are muted. Ms. Brinkman, we cannot hear you because you are muted.
Sorry, I was just answering the questions from the FNA. Here, there are many questions. Sorry.
The question was, what is the usually in general the average class size for this class?
So we have we have 25 seats, and usually we have more students than seats. Also we have like now 28 students because we have like 400 to 800 applications, and so quite a big competition, and the class usually full.
Okay, and thank you for that point. Then I can really smoothly move to the next question, which was for you. So, is it that? So you answered already that basically it is an NC program. It means, right? Numerus clausus. Is it a numerus clausus program? It means.
Also numerus clausus. Yeah, there was a question like that. Also how to say? Also we take the best applicants. The grade, bachelor grade, is in the focus. Also this is the focus, but we have many other criteria, and we make a ranking list, and the best, like, I don't know, the best students have a chance, and the grade to come in is always each year changing. Also I can't say now like 1.5 or 1.7, but you can imagine 800 students in the best, like 30, 40 will get a seat.
Clear. Thank you. Thank you for that. And let me now move with this question to PFH. Do you have any, like, is it an NC program? Do you have any specific number of places, upper limit for the places, or how does it work with you?
Like a maximum, right?
Yes.
It could be 15 to 20, but we are kind of flexible. I mean, even if we have 20 students and we have, for example, 5 students more, it's not like we're gonna say, no, okay, wait until next semester, we can talk about it. So it should not be a problem.
Okay, clear. Very good. Thank you. And Professor, in case of RVU?
Sorry, I was just preparing for the next question.
No problem. So the question is, so do you require any specific school grades for the students to accept them, or the grade?
No specific school grades, but it's similar that if it fills up, then we also have to look for the grade.
Okay,
Usually it's not critical.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Another interesting question, because of the English language requirements were mentioned repeatedly. The question was, if I have, let's say, the grade, like IELTS grade, which qualifies me for the program, or TOEFL grade, but it's not 2 years old, which is usually required, I think, standard requirement, but it's a bit more, like 3 years, 4 years old. Will you still accept it as a proof, or do students have to retake the test? Let's start with PFH.
Yes, we do accept it. We as well contact admission about this, and they don't. So it's not new for us. Yeah, so it's okay for us.
Perfect. Very good. Very good. Ms. Brinkman?
Also for English tests, also there are regulations. Also for the TOEFL test, it's 2 years. Also if it's over later than 2 years, the student would have to do it again. Also IELTS test is longer valid. Yeah, but TOEFL test is only for 2 years. It's good to if somebody did it on NBC, okay, he has the possibility to understand English lectures is okay. But we have also a test at our university, OPT, it's Oxford Placement Test, and this is for free, and students could do it who are studying here, could do it, and in time then 75 points would be also a possibility.
Okay, clear.
Genau.
Perfect. And Professor Stetter?
Yeah, so the situation is similar for the TOEFL test. We have just this smaller period that it is valid, and in this case, we would require a valid test.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Okay, there was one question I wanted to also address, the general one. There was a question, do you accept undergraduate students from Nigeria? And I would like to generally say that it doesn't matter where you come from. So as long as you meet the requirements, there's no discrimination. So doesn't matter. So if you are the fitting student, you will get there. I wanted to underline that, so not to have any confusions or misunderstandings. Okay, great. Elisa, I wanted to ask you one question. There was a question regarding the credit points from the bachelor's, how many you would accept for this program. And you wrote 120 ECTS. Was it a typo or is it
So I think it was 180, right? That I wanted to say. Yes, it was 180.
180, okay.
Yeah, because obviously the these 3 master programs, they are 4 semesters, which would add up to 120. So yes, that was definitely a typo, which I'm going to.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna find the question. It's gonna take some time. I'm gonna correct it.
Great. Thanks. All right. Professor Stetter, I would like to ask you, there was a question regarding the automotive engineering, to what extent it is covered by the program, and you said that it can be also chosen in the elective courses. So how many elective courses do students can students choose in this program? How many ECTS does it cover, if you remember it by heart?
I can quickly check it. So
Yes.
there are 4 selection modules, each is 5 ECTS. So there is 20 of those, but there are also in the final year also another 10 ECTS of selection courses and key competencies. So it's more than 30 ECTS. So it has a large amount, which I think is really helpful, that people can find their own direction and can find the things that they want to learn. And also there's a lot of things offered in automotive engineering. These courses are sometimes in German, but in the last year, the students should also be able to follow those courses. So there's a direct possibility also to make like an automotive specialization within this program.
Okay, clear. Let me stay with you, Professor. There's one general question for everyone, but let me start with you. The question was, if I apply earlier, can I hope that I will get the answer earlier, or do I have to wait until the end of the deadline and until all the responses come to all the students?
Okay, so officially you have to wait, because that's just for legal matters. We are not able to give out like admission before, because we have to wait how many we get. We have to count them. We have to look for the places we have. Maybe sometimes there can be an unofficial information that it's probable, but the final admission will be on the date that the admission period closes.
Clear. Thank you. I think with Esslingen was the same.
Same, genau. Yes, the same, genau.
Same.
Have to wait until end of the application deadline.
Okay.
End of March. Genau.
End of March. Okay. And in case of PFH?
It's a little bit different with us. We are really flexible in this case. When students apply, we have a selection process which they have to go through, and when everything is good, they get the admission, and then also they can enroll, obviously. It's important to know that there are some limitations on the seats that we have for the technology program. So if you're interested for April, go ahead and apply. But yeah, we're really flexible on that. If you come first, then you're gonna get the seat.
Okay, great. Also, one general answer from my side, there was a question regarding, is Euro exam language certificate accepted by these universities? So yeah, maybe I would ask first our guests whether this specific certificate is accepted, but in general, it's always good to address the program or get in touch with the representatives themselves directly then, because this is sometimes there are very specific certificates to find out whether it fits or does not fit, or whether you have to take any additional one. So Euro exam language certificate. Do you accept it, Ms. Brinkman, or do
I just didn't get. I think I read it in the FNA questions, but it seemed I didn't hear it acoustically. What the name of the test was?
Euro exam.
Euro exam. So okay, no. Also that's not accepted by us. No, our test I mentioned, also TOEFL test, IELTS test, OPT test, and then FCA, FCA, CPA. Also the Cambridge the Cambridge language certificates test, but not Euro. No.
Okay.
Rome. No.
Okay,
not.
clear. Thank you for a very clear answer also. Thank you.
Yeah.
Professor
Also
Stetter?
also not at my school, no, sorry.
Not at yours. And I think, yeah, and PFH said that we can internally check when you apply. So
I already did, by the way, sorry, with admission.
Okay.
It was fast, and they said yes.
that was quick. Great.
Yeah, that was quick. That's how we react.
Very good.
But yeah, I talked to his admission quickly, and yes, we can accept it. So for us, it should not be a problem.
Good job, admissions, for that quick reaction.
Yeah. Shout out to admissions.
Okay, perfect. Is there any application fee for the courses, Professor Stetter?
No, I mean, there is some fee if you study, but there's no application fee.
No application fee. Ms. Brinkman?
Also no application fee. No.
Okay, and PFH?
As well, no application fees.
Perfect. Professor, there's one specific question for you. I've studied all my life, and in my university, first year studies are all English, Australian curriculum. So will I need to submit an IELTS to RW?
Okay, yeah, unfortunately, you still have to, because you need to sort of prove that you have a certain amount of English, and it is limited to the official tests. I think it will be really easy to make such a test, but we need sort of a proof that everyone is able to follow our lectures.
Thank you. And then a last question that I would like to tackle and finalize with that, because we cleared the board. Thanks to you. Thank you once again. Do we have to apply directly to the university, or, for example, do we need to use UniAssist or any other service? So, Ms. Brinkman, you addressed it. Please, could you repeat once again?
Also, we don't know. They can directly apply at our university. On our website, all the programs are listed, and they could see all the how to apply online, but no UniAssist, no Studienkolleg. Yeah.
Okay, clear, great. With PFH, I think it's the same. Direct application it is, or?
Correct. Yeah. Direct application, yeah. We can do it online, just some clicks, and then it's for free as well, so yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. And with RWU?
So the application is also directly with us, but it makes sense before to contact the Studienkolleg in order to have the check that the university entrance qualification is okay. But the admission process is directly on our own website, and it will be described soon on our website.
Amazing. Great. The board is cleared. Now let me open my official slide for thank you. First to our guests. Thank you very much for us, first of all, for very good presentations, for answering all the questions in the written form and also live. That was very comprehensive and very clear. Thank you for that. Also, thanks attendees for being with us, for your interest, for your interesting questions. Without your questions, it cannot be interesting, of course, that much as it is right now. And yeah, if you have any specific questions, follow-up questions to representatives of the given programs, please do so. Get in touch with them. The emails were provided also, and we will share also with you. You will receive presentations or on your registered emails. Yeah, so there you can also find contact details. And if you would like to have if you have any general questions regarding studying in Germany, of course, we're also here for us. Get in touch with us, read our articles, attend our webinars, and we will be happy to help you. And yeah, if you would like to give us feedback for today's webinar, also please do so through our Facebook or Google pages. We always take the feedbacks into account, so please feel free to do so. Once again, thank you very much, everyone, and have a nice rest of the day.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.